Hello everybody, welcome to Road to V10 episode 1. So if you're familiar with my TikTok account, which is probably what this will be linked to by the time it comes out, is my other series, which is just Road to V10. I mean, it's the same series relatively, but split into just like parts, short videos. But anyway, with this series, I'm hoping to get a little better with the editing and improve the video quality and commentary. So today we're jumping in with the first session out of the 3 sessions I will record for this video, which is the Kilter session. Now I felt pretty strong this session, but nothing like out of the ordinary, or nothing extraordinary rather. We move on to this around 7-8 plus boulder I made, Maiden Heaven. Cheeky little JoJo reference if you get it. I made this one specialized in pinches because that is one of the strengths that I do lack. The other one being like dynamic compy moves. But anyway, I unfortunately did not send this one, which is okay because we move on to Proj Braj, which is something I've been looking at for a while. Now, something a little upsetting is that I slipped on like my flash go or a few attempts in. This one's a pretty soft 7 and it's well known throughout like the Kilter community. But anyway, super enjoyable. I honestly really messed up the finish though. I spent like 10 seconds just hanging there trying to figure out where to place my feet. I should have just matched it while in the dead hang position. That is okay. And after this, we now move on to Kiel Training, another pretty soft, popular climb on the Kilter. I got this one on my second attempt, which I was pretty happy with. Still happy that I got the send though, regardless of how soft it was. I do definitely need to work on the more punchy, explosive, jumpy moves though, especially now that I'm on the competition team. I wish they set more paddle dynos. And so after this, we're working on hammer drop, which is another pretty popular climb. I unfortunately did not get the send of this one just due to lack of contact strength, which is a little upsetting because I have been training on the campus board specifically for this reason. But anyway, I'm pretty happy that I at least got to the second to last hold. I actually did record the finish hold, like me getting the finish hold, but I just decided not to include it in here because it was bad quality. I'll definitely have to come back to that one when I feel a little better. And then just today, this one's another V8 or 7V. I found this one on a TikTok because of course I did. This one was really enjoyable. I'm glad I got the send of it. This one's really soft in my opinion, especially after the jump move. They're all just jugs. But anyway, that wraps up the first session of the video. Now we're gonna move on to the 1-hour climbing session. Hello everybody, welcome back to day 2 of our schedule. Now for these dead hangs while I'm warming up, I am going to be speeding up the majority of them. I'm just warming up my fingers here. I honestly had really bad skin today. Even now it's still burning while I'm, waiting for the bus to head back. But anyway, I do some one-arm hangs, which I was looking back at some videos I wasn't able to do before. So I'm super psyched and happy that I can now hang like one arms on the, I think they're 24 mil or something around that, like 20 millimeters. But anyway, you can see me hanging on the small edge, still warming up my fingers. Today we didn't really do much. We did a pretty light bouldering session. Didn't have too much time today, but that's all right because we were able to get a send or 2 and some pretty good progress on some boulders I was working on. So still warming up on this yellow estimate 3-4. Really chill climb. In 2 days from now, I will be recording day 3. The only reason I'm not recording tomorrow is because that is when my competition practice is. So in 2 days time, I will be doing a mock comp on the new set. So I hope you guys are excited for that. And I'm not gonna lie, I felt pretty bad today. And also I do apologize for the bad camera quality for the first few clips. It does get better in the next 2 clips of me climbing. I think part of the reason I didn't feel too good today was because I was kind of in a rush today because I had to do stuff when I got back and I only had about like realistically 50 or so minutes to climb, which is okay because I didn't plan on climbing that much anyway. But anyway, so we move on to this climb, which stumped me for a fat minute. Unfortunately, didn't get the send of this one, but I will come back feeling stronger. it's probably around 7A, 7A plus, but I could be harder. Yeah, getting that, and then I heard the beta was to get a high left heel onto the shit pinch on your left hand, and then cross over into the lip onto a sloper, which really isn't good. But anyway, I didn't get the send of that, so we move on to this, which I did get the send of. Skip the sloper hold right here because it's completely unnecessary. And if I'm being honest, this last move stumped me for a good, I think, like 8 minutes. So I'm glad I got the send of this with some help of somebody else. So you can see in this attempt, I incorporate the beta of meat hooking the pinch and then matching on it and just flying to the top. I was super happy about this send because this climb is super awkward body position wise. Now for the last climb of the day, we move on to the 7C/7C plus estimate.
Better than what I
didn't really get anywhere on this climb just due to the difficulty, but that's okay. I know it's really difficult and I will come back to this one again on another better day. So that pretty much wraps up day 2 of training on schedule. Now I'll let this last clip play out and I will see you guys on day 3. Hello everybody, welcome to day 3, or the last session of this video. So for today's schedule, we were supposed to do 1 hour projecting, but unfortunately my skin and just overall well-being was pretty worn out from yesterday's comp practice. So let's just jump into this session. It was more of a wild session, but you can see me warming up on some soft kilter climbs to get the fingers ready. We unfortunately did not do the mock comp today because the new set is available for after the training camp on Saturday and Sunday. This only applies to the comp kids. So we may be getting another video out by Saturday or Sunday, but the probability of that is quite low just due to me not really wanting to film during the training camp. But afterwards, I will most likely film, so yeah, I'm excited for that. But anyway, let's jump into this boulder, which is a V10 Training Camp. And basically what this is supposed to mean is the boulders that I have set that have Training Camp in the name are meant just for me to get more explosiveness and finger power. Then we move on to the second Training Camp boulder. Didn't get the sun of this one either, mostly due to the fact that I made them really hard so that I had to project them. The second move is a really power intensive walk off. I mean, you can dead point it, but it is really hard regardless. And then we move on to this V6/7. I didn't end up getting this one either. This one's just all slopers and body positioning. I'll come back to get this one another day. We didn't do too much of the actual set boulders just because I wasn't really making any progress on any of them, which is why we later on resort to the kilter board again. And then here's the main project. I didn't really make any progress on it due to the lack of skin I hold. That is okay, and I will come back for this one again. Just couldn't get the jump move again. Anyway, now we're moving on to the kilter board again. I apologize for the bad quality on this one. I set this one again. This one probably goes around V4. Really like this one. It was super fun. I like the movement. And actually, while I was having my session, one of the root setters reset one of the walls next to the spray wall and created this dynamic spray wall that you see in other gyms like Rose Block, except not quite. But basically, it's just meant for a bunch of dynamic movement and for the comp team. So I am super excited to post stuff about that. Some epic dynos, hopefully. Anyway, moving back onto the kilter board. I unfortunately did not get that 6C plus that you see here, just because I got really tired at the end and my skin was just starting to fail on me. I catch the sloper pretty bad, and then I'm just not able to generate enough swing or force to get to that last hold, which is pretty sad, but I will definitely be able to get that on another day. And then we move on to Dreamin On, another one set by me. We're just scrolling through the boulders made by me so that I can find some proper projects to work on. Because I often tend to create boulders that are project level and the strengths that I lack. But anyway, this pretty much wraps up our session. After this boulder, we move on to the last boulder. This one was really fun. I think it's probably V4. But anyway, yeah, so new videos, and I'll probably drop the schedule next video as well. This will definitely be linked to my TikTok. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'll let this last boulder play out. Again, not a send, but something to work towards. All right, that wraps it up. I'll see you guys in the next one.